Yeah, I would say I'm insecure, but annoyingly, it hasn't always been this way. If you've seen Vinland Saga, obviously I won't go into too much detail or spoil if you haven't, but if you've seen it, early in the story, my boy Thorfinn was mostly chilling. He was mostly on his way to having a good life, and then on a random ass day, one moment completely changed his life path. Now, obviously, as good as the story is, it's kinda super annoying knowing that Thorfinn could have had a good life the whole time, and it annoys me mostly because in this situation, bro, I'm literally him. Like before secondary school, I was on my way to having a good life. I would say I was about middle popularity back then, so I was eating pretty good, and I wouldn't look too out of place talking to most people in my year, and I could actually talk to them easily. Even crazier, when I liked a girl back then, I would just go up and talk to her easily, and she'd become my girlfriend instantly. Like it was really that simple. Teachers liked me, the dudes and ladies liked me, everyone liked me. So at this point, you're probably wondering, well, what was it then? What was the event that made your life trash? Well, let me tell you, it was the moment that I started watching Naruto. And listen, I know how downright stupid that sounds, right? Because, like, how can an anime, a cartoon, ruin your life? Well, to be honest, I watched like 5 minutes of the first episode, and one of the characters said something that was mildly relatable to me at the time. They caught me slipping because my secondary school experience was going somewhat shaky at the time. So the character must have said something about Naruto along the lines of, he's allowed to get people to notice him, or something like that. And my younger self was there like, me too. So naturally, I just downloaded all of his personality and just entire way of being. Like, after 1,000 episodes, being inside, you know those friends I had? I had a nice long look at these friends, and my brain just went, yeah, these guys actually hate you. They're all laughing about you behind your back and think you're ugly. And I never questioned this thought. I was like, makes logical and factual sense. So I got my first nerf at the time. So now, instead of going up to the ladies normally with my African sounds, I'd start stuttering, or even worse, I'd start repeating the jokes in just general annoying ass believe it attitude that Naruto had. Obviously it didn't work, but instead of my brain taking that information, going back to the drawing board and generating some much needed sauce for me, it doubled down, because now I had even more things that me and my boy could relate on. Eventually, I maxed out the insecurity skill tree, becoming a spoiled milk drinking, noodle vacuuming exile. And that's my choice. It feels like that one Jujutsu Kaisen meme. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The Suffering Builds character one. Well, mine's just the suffering part. I haven't been interested in building the character part for a long time. But anyway, it's been sensational. I even after 10,000 hours of competitive numbness, I still like steaming up my duvet way more than going gym. I like Netflix and anime way more than podcasts, and I love wallowing over the slightest inconvenience because it made and still makes me feel like Naruto in episode 1, just waiting for the come up. But yeah, anyways, I'll save why I'm trying to no longer wallow in my sadness and my self-improvement journey another time. But in the meantime, let me know what events have changed your lives in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.